On this week's episode of Good Looking Out, music vet Kevin Liles and I meet an upcoming artist from New Jersey. Kevin and I are going to cover the simple facts of the music biz, and later, we're going to take a question from one of our complex viewers. This is Good Looking Out. We are going to let one upcoming artist get the opportunity to pitch their brand to us. And by we, I mean myself and my special guest. Today we have Kevin Liles. Kevin is the CEO and co-founder of 300 Entertainment. He was an executive vice president of Warner Music Group, and before that, he famously rose from intern to president of Def Jam Records, where he helped build it into an iconic label that defined hip-hop for many generations. His current label boasts acts like Fetty Wap, Young Thug, Highly Suspect, London on the Track, and of course, T Grizzly. Let's meet today's artist.
Hi, my name is Angelo Mota. I'm 22 years old. I'm from West Orange, New Jersey, and I'm a recording artist slash mix engineer slash mastering engineer slash producer slash get it done man. In this moment, right now, my anxiety is telling me to be a little bit nervous and a little scared. You know, I've had a couple of hundred people at my shows, and I never really get nervous because I can really get in the zone and kind of lose myself in my performances. But I feel like with this pitch right now, it's a lot of planning and it's making me very nervous for it, but I want to kind of attack it the same way that I attack a show. So let's see what happens.
Hi.
Hi.
How you
doing today?
Great, brother. How are you?
Hey, how you doing? First of all, I just want to say thank you for having me today. It's an honor to be standing in front of you guys today. My name is Angelo Mota. I'm 22 years old. I'm a rapper-singer from West Orange, New Jersey. Basically, the whole reason I got into music was it was always very cathartic to me. It was like a good way to get my emotions out and express myself. And just like, messed up. I'm sorry.
Come on, take your time. There's no right or
Can I
wrong
start
way.
that up?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool.
Good.
Basically, I got into music because it was a cathartic experience for me. It was good for me to get my emotions out, get my feelings out, and I figured that with my music I could potentially, you know, help other people who felt the same way I did when I was younger, dealing with depression, anxiety, things like that. You know, I was in school for a year. I had stopped going to class. Like I found it hard to like get out of. Yeah, I was at William Patterson. I just found it kind of hard to get out of bed. I had a friend pass, and everything was just kind of reaching this like, you know, boiling point, and I just decided, like, you know what, I need to do music because, like, not only is it cathartic for me, and it keeps me from going towards certain vices and doing it that way, I can, you know, be helpful and like be of service and be able to get my emotions out while also having somebody else listen to it and be like, oh, like I felt this before, and I didn't know other people felt like that. So that really kind of motivated me, and I ended up dropping out and pursuing this full time.
Okay, so music was your therapy.
Right.
And now you're making your music therapy for others.
Yeah.
I like that.
I started off on SoundCloud. I kind of came to the realization after I got management that we needed to get our music out there with real distribution, like Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, all the distributors. So far, we've released a few singles through an LLC that we set up called Crystal Avenue. A big part of who I am and my brand is that I do everything myself. So I write everything, I sing everything, rap everything, I mix it, produced it, made the beat. I've also been handling all my own marketing, trying to make my Instagram and Twitter more interesting, having, you know, certain photos up and editing them cool ways, trying to go further into the art side of it. So what we were planning to do with this next album is to donate 50% of it to the collaborative support programs of New Jersey. Yeah, I know, you know, the amount of money I could make off of this album might not be enough to make a huge difference. So if I
still a difference,
stay local, I can make somewhat of a difference. We also have a music video. The music video is called Madonna. We self-funded it. We shot it over.
It's called Madonna?
Madonna.
Okay.
This is not going to be a single, but we're going to release it about a week after the album drops.
Okay.
Babyface Madonna, glory Hosanna, queen of the garden, rose on your palm, as sweet as your karma. Wishing you could stay home, lay low. wade in the water. You went back and bent backwards just to make sense of it all. Sense of it all.
So that was the video.
That's not on this project, or it is?
Madonna is on this project, yes.
But it's not a single.
It's not a single, but...
But you're gonna release it a week after the album. How come?
So we're dropping it a week after the album just to keep kind of a constant stream of releases.
There's no one way to do it. You know, a lot of times you release pieces of content that are not single, but it helps shape the vision that the artist is trying to do. And if you're telling your truth, shoot a piece of content. People are more visual than just audio. So if you have a piece of truth and you feel it that way, shoot it.
We just believe that Madonna was like a really, what's the word I'm looking for? It's, I can't think of the word.
Well, you guys always go good. That was a good, great record.
It's like a power, it's kind of, it was really powerful for me, like making it, and I wanted to make a video for it because I believe we could do something cool with it.
You know, what I would honestly say, if I went to, where'd you from again, in Jersey?
From West Orange, New Jersey.
Okay. If I went to West Orange with you right now, and you were performing, would everybody be screaming?
I believe so, yes. I mean, we don't really have much of a club scene in West Orange, but I've done shows in
Jersey, period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with some of my performances out in Newark, I've gotten a really good crowd response. I know how to get involved and really bring the energy up. And I kind of like pride myself on that when it comes to my live shows.
To me, my advice to you is, I'm gonna tell you one way to do it, but just allow you to build your fan base, not just off your music, but your performances also.
Yeah, especially in your community, it's important.
Yeah.
Like, when you own your city, it's like people know when they come there, it's like, okay, this person is from here. I know this, I can't wait. Like, people come into that city, they want to see you open up. They want to have you on their show opening up. They want you to be a part of their thing, you know. They make sure you're at the club with them. It's kind of like a check-in thing. They get excited by that. So you want, when people come to Jersey, they automatically think of you, or just like, who else is moving in out of Jersey besides Fetty Wap and myself? It's like, who else is doing things? And they think of you and you know, as another artist. Yeah.
Definitely. So I really appreciate that advice.
All the things you go through, we all go through at some point in life, until you find yourself. When you find yourself, you don't give a fuck about none of it. So just find your truth, search for it every single day, and when it comes, you'll be best.
Awesome.
You sound a little nervous.
Yeah.
And you know, I know you said you have anxiety and dealt with depression and everything, so for you to just come here, like just join us in the boardroom, especially in front of Kevin, I feel like it's a little bit tough. So for you to do that, you know, I thank you. Good luck with everything.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you, brother.
So when he walked in, I wanted him to sell it to make me believe it, and I just didn't get that.
He didn't have that.
Yeah.
I think you're talking about a kid that left school, but he's sitting in front of current siblings. Like, oh, I gotta make a pitch.
I feel like I was very nervous. You know, the initial shock was kind of like, it was very like, I was shook, I guess.
I feel like there's a market for it. It's that like sad, somber music that's out now. Think of like when Frank Ocean, The Weeknd first came out. We're like, what is this mysterious, sad thing happening?
He has to capture an audience.
Yeah.
And so when you make that one of your first songs, it puts you in a weird place. He has a long way to go, but you know, if there's a space for him, it might be a long tail space. It might not be the fattest part of the bell curve, but I believe people should express themselves.
What do you think he needs to do next?
He needs to go back to where he's from and build a fan base. You have to be an artist every single day. You can't not wake up and be an artist. That's what I was saying. I'm the same way, whether I'm Dad, or Kevin, or Kev, or Homeboy, I'm still the same no matter what, because it's too hard to switch up. So he has to go build his audience and be that person every single day. It's no turn on, it's always turn up.
I got a lot of really great advice, especially, you know, when Kevin was saying about mobilizing the fan base and making sure that your home base is structured and is good, so, you know, it'll follow you wherever you go. And I feel like I'm gonna take that and do what I do.
It's no secret that people aren't buying physical albums, but believe it or not, digital album sales have been declining as well. Over the last 4 years, it went from 118 million digital albums sold to just 66 million in 2017. But business is booming in other ways. Last year, the sales revenue for concert tickets in North America was at an all-time high, hitting $8 billion for the first time. Let's talk the simple facts of the music biz with Kevin Liles.
At this point now, you've been in this business for over 35 years. How do you figure out what's next? Because it feels like every time you start a company or have a new venture, you're first to do it.
Being in the business of music, I try to stay ahead of the curve by thinking about 5 years. I'm already 5 years from now, you know, where I think things are. And the big streaming boom is happening now. And we started our business as a native streaming record company, you know, for lack of a better term. So our business is 90% digital.
So speaking of streaming boom, Facebook has now secured licensing deals with all 3 major US record labels, Warner, Sony, and Universal. Under this new deal, users can now share and upload videos on Facebook, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, with music that is fully licensed and official. So who wins this deal?
I think everybody wants something for free.
Yeah.
That's always going to be. But if you think about a platform that has 1 billion users a month, I look at it as an opportunity for us and fans to share music amongst each other. I look at it for artists to build fan bases. Even one of my bands out of England called The Hunter, they're touring here, all based off of breaking on the Facebook platform. You see a band, they play in front of 100 people, and now they're playing in front of 2,000, 3,000 people. They've never had a record on radio. It's all been about Facebook. So to me, I think it's a blessing for the industry, and we need more platforms to embrace music in the way that Facebook has.
Now let's take a question from one of our viewers.
People. Elber Mack, aka Skinny Chip Yaddit, aka the professional yapper. I'm a retired athlete. I played 7 seasons in the National Football League. How do I brand myself as a artist wanting to be taken serious and not an retired athlete wanting something to do?
It's called a smash record.
Well, let's say, how do you get somebody to take you serious? Because
A smash record.
Kobe put out records.
Wasn't smash records. I don't make it sound so simple.
Yeah.
But the power of a smash record. And a smash record is not a record that plays a little. A smash record is a record that plays a lot and sells a lot.
Yeah.
People take you seriously when you do great things. They don't take you serious when you don't do great things. The transition in life from a child to a teen to an adult, how do people take me serious in adulthood? I act differently. I pull my pants up a little bit. I might put on a blazer. It's just different things. How do you take me seriously sitting on a board instead of just being at a company? It's all those things. I try to do things, I call them oh shit moments. And when you talk about being an artist, the only thing you need to do is have smash records.